And I was so afraid to die. And I was so afraid to live. So I was thinking, I cannot even handle to live in this life like the way I feel now. So I want to kill myself. But I couldn't kill myself because I was such afraid to die.
I am sitting here with Danish, who is actually a quite famous person in Denmark, at least. I don't know if you are international too. Famous?
I mean, I'm not famous international, but I hope one day my product line can get all over the world. So I hope one day I can be very famous in the world.
That would be awesome.
It would be amazing.
Then I hope this video might help you somewhere. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Maybe if people like me, maybe they see this hair guy, we can have him here. So I'm ready to come to your country.
So cool. And once again, it's Michael here. I'm sitting with Danish. And in English, how do you say your last name?
Knudsen.
Knudsen.
Danish Knudsen.
That's a cool name. And Dennis, I just wrote about Dennis before we were doing this interview, and I'm just gonna list those things for you to understand who the guy is I'm sitting with here. So I was reading, you're 5 times you did an Ironman. You're famous for hairdressing. You are an author. You did 3 books. You're a makeup artist. And you actually got an award for best makeup for film. 56 years old, and then you have been working with people like Meryl Streep, and I also saw Tina Turner, Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, Penelope Cruz, Kirsten Dunst, Charlotte Gainsbourg, Uma Thurman, Matt Dillon, Shia LaBeouf. A lot of American actors.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what did you do with those people?
Yeah, but I do the style of hair and makeup for movies, and I create how the look should be, and I'm doing hair and makeup every day in the movie. So I work out with a lot of the big actors in the world, so that's fantastic.
That's good. And actually I have a friend of mine, Reggie, and also did an interview with this guy. He has been working with Brosnan and Halle Berry and Robert De Niro and people like that. So maybe I can connect you two guys.
Maybe you can, but Pierce Brosnan I also do once in a big film event in a big film event. It was in Italy, and I was there to groom him for hair and makeup. So I did his hair and makeup once, so I know it.
So good. So Dennis, I contacted you because I'm doing these interviews, and my purpose with this is kind of a hobby project for me, but there's some people, I see them, and there's something like, I feel some kind of connection with them, and I'm like, I want to know this guy or this woman, and a little bit deeper than just like what I write or read in the newspapers. And I've been thinking about you sometimes because you just made a big decision in your life, and I also did read that you tried this for many years. You actually became a dad now?
Yes, half a year ago. So he's turned into 6 months, the 17th of December. So I got the most beautiful little boy called Lucas, and it's amazing he's come to my life after so many years. I tried to get a child. Actually, I tried more than 20 years with different ladies in Denmark, a lesbian, heterosexual, different women, and they never come up this way. It's a long story. Women, they're not that easy when it's come to have a child, so I was not the lucky guy to should make it this way. So my decision was to go to an agency, and they set up how I can become father. So that's become with American surrogate mom. So that's amazing. So my little boy now, he's half American and he's half Danish, so I couldn't choose it better.
And like we had a minute before going into this interview, like you said, this is a it changes the whole life, right?
Yeah.
Your life has changed now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, it took my life to a bigger level, because you have to change your life when you get into have a child, because there's so many things it's gonna be taken away from you. I mean, it's not it's him. He's going to be the first choice what's going on in the day. So it's amazing for me because I'm used to just me, look at me, see what I can do, travel, I want, me, just me. But now he's more important than me, so it's amazing to have that part in my life. I can give something away to my little child and hopefully make him be a strong, nice, cute person. So that's my life spirit, and it's come true. So I'm so happy, and I become dad half a year ago.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna ask you a little bit more about your kid Lucas. But before that, after thinking about you, I saw a post. I think actually it was my sister who answered a post because you're doing some special events in your apartment here, and I saw that post because my sister shared it, and I was like, wow, I just resonate with what you are saying in this post, because as I remember it, you're actually inviting people to your house, and I think you said something like, I will share you my story, a story of life or something. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, wow, if we can present some of this here, and maybe even there are people who want to hear how they can come and listen to your story here, you can share that too. Mm-hmm. But I was like, whoa, that's going to be interesting. I would like to be there. And now we are here.
You are here. Yeah.
I am here.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, me too, Danish.
That's good.
Me too. So this thing you're doing in your apartment now, you're inviting people here.
Yeah, what I'm actually doing here, because I decided I've been working so much for more than 40 years now. And I've been working like 17, 18 hours a week to run up my own company, doing so many movies around the world, working, create my hairlines, my skincare line, my makeup line. And I decide when my child's coming into my life, I decide I have to work more from my home house, so I can spend some more time together with him. Because that's the reason I get him, is to spend time with him and let him growing up as much as he can together with me. So that's why I started to invite people to our private house here in the Copenhagen Center to tell a story about my way about my way through my life and what I did and what I'm doing. And also I spent some time in an evening where I learn people how to look better, have a better skin, better hairstyle, how can you treat your hair, how can you style it, and a lot of tips and tricks what I'm good and used to do at my professional work. And there can be up to like 40 people at a night here, so it's amazing when people are walking into our house, and I serve dinner for them and wine. I cook myself. So
you cook the dinner yourself?
I cook the dinner myself, and I serve the wine, and otherwise they all get a little present when they have been here, so they have good memories from the evening here. And of course they have to pay a little bit because I have to make some money so I can give Lucas what he needs in his life growing up. So they pay a little, like close to 375 Danish crowns.
So that's around $50 US or something.
Yeah, around $50.
Yeah.
No, 45 or something. But that's fine. But and then I give the present, the goodie bags when they leave, and it's a wonderful way to take people into my life and Lucas' life as well. Of course, he's gonna pretend this night when people are here, not for a long time, but he's just gonna in and say a little hello, and then I have a nanny take care of him, and so he can have his spare time and not people running around him the whole night. And it's just a new thing actually I start to put up, and it makes so sense, and it's so great to do. So I really love it.
And I'm quite inspired by it. Actually, because of that post, I actually decided myself that I want to do something like you're doing. Not like my story or anything, but I actually want to invite people to my home, and I really like that idea. my question when I saw you doing, is this something that you had a plan of doing, or is something coming from your heart that this is just the right thing now?
No, but it wasn't a plan from the beginning, but I moved into this new apartment in April, just before Lucas come in June. And I decided this apartment is a huge, big apartment, so I can put my company into the apartment here as well, where my product line and stuff like that, so I can share private life with works, and so I can go in and out, switching out in and out of life. And then I decided to take people in and see what our life is, and make a lot of people happy and make them more beautiful, and if they want that, and otherwise just tell a story of my most fantastic creative life with so many amazing people. And my life is up and downs. I have like an amazing time of my life, but I also have been down in depressedness and anxious, and was not close to kill myself. But that period in my life, I couldn't handle my life, and it was so painful, mental painful. So I went to a mental doctor to get some medicine, try to get it better. You know what? So life is not always that easy. People, especially in my life, could go up and down. So, but when I get Lucas here, it's being more stable, because actually it's quite simple now. It's not that wild anymore, because I need to take care of him.
So, Dennis, there's a lot of questions now, but one thing is for the people that you did invite for here, how did it go? Were they happy about it? How has it been for them to join you in your home and eat your food?
What I heard, they have a great night. They have a lot of fun. They come together and they're thinking of life, what I've spoken to, and I think they have a good experience this evening. And a lot of girls, they come there and they have good fun and pick up good stories and good inspiration how to do hair and makeup style.
So it's mostly women who's coming here?
It can be mostly women, or is mostly women, but I like guys as well in my house, because I have so many things to tell guys how to be a real man.
How I want to hear that. How do you be a real man, Dennis? I want to know that.
Okay, first lesson. Would you please take your clothes off?
I'm gonna take notes. Take your clothes off. Oh, you meant now?
And that's just a little prank, and that is over. No, it's joke. But I have so many things to tell people. I mean, how can I I'm a hairdresser and makeup and wig maker, stylist. How can I in my life become to make 5 Ironmans? Ironmans is like swimming in 3.8 kilometers in an open sea. Then you have to bike 180 kilometers afterward, and then you run 42 Ks like a marathon. And how can I put that into my life? Because I work a lot. I mean, and also I go up and down in weights. I can lose 10 kilo, and then I put 12 kilo on again, lost it again, in and out. So I just like a normal human that just going on diet, lost things and put it on. And I have a lot of things I can tell men, how you can treat your hairstyle. I can tell how you can moisturize your skin, how you can protect your skin from sun, and a lot of stuff to learn men, if they want to know that. And otherwise, if men are here, they can also have good inspiration if they can go home to the wife and the girlfriends and tell them, no, honey, this is wrong what you're doing. Dennis told me you have to put your eyeshadow here and there because that,
Does that work if a man go home and tell his wife that?
I don't know. Give it a try.
Yeah. So, and just because I just want to share here. So if anybody sits and listen to this and they think, oh, Dennis, I want to go home and have this night with my friends with you. How can they do that?
Actually, they just sent me an email. It's quite simple. It's dennis.dennisknudsen.dk. Sorry, wrong way. dennis@dennisknudsen.dk.
I like that. And I'll put that in the description here. So
and then you just send me and I text you back again.
That's cool. So back to the things that I want to ask you one more thing, because before I dive into the depression stuff, I want to learn a little bit more about that too. But But like you're saying, you are doing makeup artist. You did it for movie stars and like this. But you also have a product line with shampoos and all of this. You had a shop, but you don't have that anymore, right?
No.
No, you sold it.
I have a big shop especially the center of Copenhagen. I have 25 people working for me. I have a director, I have a PR, I have a manager, and I have everything renting around me. But I decided a couple of years ago to sell everything to be my own and not have any responsible for other people and my work life. And the reason I did that, it's because I want to spend my time to get a child. So it was a tough way to say goodbye to a lot of stuff around me and put the focus into, and get a little child into my life. And it comes out the most fantastic way. And today, some things are missed in this big company, but I'm also quite happy not to have that many people to be responsible around.
The responsibility of all those people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so today you still have your product line?
I still have my product line, skincare, sells in drugstores in Denmark, and I have my hair care line, and in the new year is coming up with a makeup line and a new skincare and new hair care line coming out as well.
And is that in Denmark only, or do you sell that in other countries?
Actually, right away, we mostly in Denmark, a little bit in Norwegian and a little bit in Sweden, but not a lot, just a little bit. But my plan is to, with the new products coming out, and hopefully it's called Danish Knudsen Private, it's going to have a DNA of my living style, the way I'm living my life, so all that I'm putting into this product, and hopefully that can come out the right way, and people home like you can try it and watch them and see if you like Danish Knudsen Private.
And so is the website up for that?
Not coming out yet,
okay.
No, but it would come up soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you know the website, I can just put that in the description too, if you want that. So if anyone is not just like, I want to check this out, then we'll put it in the description for you.
Amazing.
So back to this question. First of all, I like I said, I did read about you, and I was just like preparing for this interview. And like you said, life is like this, and that's very obviously when I look at all the journalists you've been talking with, you had some good stuff happening, but you also have some really, really bad stuff happening in your life. How do you see this? Do you see it like a roller coaster, or how do you experience these things?
I mean, because I'm growing older now, and I've been to so many psychologists and therapists, and put my brain into their hands, and my when I was a child, when I was growing up, what was wrong with me? How was I homosexual? Was I not? Did I like women, or should I? You know, life can be tough when you're younger. And I have some experience in my life with my grandfather. He was sexuality to me, and to put that into a child like 12, 13 years old, I mean, it's go into your mind and it's do something to you. It's painful to live with. But I try to work that out and put it into a box now so I can deal with it. And so I see my life this way now. I'm right now I'm on the other side. I'm in the good period, good life. I'm so happy to have Lucas in my life, and life went good now. And so I'm very peaceful and happy things can happen like that. But I also know life cannot go that the whole way, because if you grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, one day will come a little break, and then you have to go a little lower, lower, lower again and up again. That's life, and I think it's quite normal. But I have period that's been very, very tough, where I was almost in my bed. I couldn't nothing. I was mentally and physical broke down, and it's so painful because nobody really know what's going on in you, and it's so painful to be in your own body, and you don't feel well to be there, and that's. It's so painful, also can't even explain how painful it could be. But when I was most sick, I told the doctor, if I can cut both of my legs off, I'm ready to pay that price to get better in my brain and can be happy and live the life again. So it was a big price I was happy to pay at this time. But when I'm the good side now, I'm so happy of my leg. I still have them. I have my arms, I have my health, and I'm so happy. So, and I know if you get mental sick, there's hope and help for you. You have to have other people to helping you, but you can go out in the light again and be a happy person and live the full life again when you get your help.
So what you're saying is that there's ups and there's also downs. That's life.
Yeah.
And obviously when we are in the ups, it's easier because we're happy and all is good. When we are in the downs, that's where life is really tough.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're saying is that it's very important to get help and talk with people about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually one thing I told you before going into the interview here, that I see when I see all
Oh, hold on one. Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes, quickly. What do you want?
He put his hand.
Okay, one quickly. Yeah.
we cut that out somehow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, can you go out again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we cut it out.
Or maybe we'll leave it, I don't know.
No, it's fine.
We'll figure out.
Bye. It's a person that cleaned my house, and he's very good, very great, and don't speak Danish. So sometimes he's doing his best to understand Danish, but he don't understand it. So, but that's fine. I'm happy.
Maybe we're gonna leave this because it's actually this is
like, live. People coming in and out of my life.
And that's one of the things that I saw in that post from you, because I mean, we read about famous people and Danish Knudsen, is that the way, Knudsen?
Yeah.
Or Nicole Kidman or wherever, and we think, oh, we put them up here, but I mean, it's a human being, right?
They
You
are.
have a person cleaning, you have a bathroom, you're cooking food every day and things like that. So.
And all celebrity people, I mean, this could be whatever they are. They have ups and downs in life. They doing in the bathroom or what we other do. They cook the food. Sometimes they have people to helping to cook the food, but they have also problem in life. No people go through life without problem. And it could be what rich you are, what famous you are. It's not the way to get out of problem. It will always happen something to people where life go down.
And that's the thing that before we just got our little from your great cleaning man here, but talking about these ups and downs, one of the things I said to you when you gave me a cup of coffee actually was that I'm quite impressed with your, and I want to understand that and share that with people too, because now you speak about homosexuality, you speak about your grandpa and sexual abuse, yeah. And I see that it's like you don't hold anything back. You're just sharing when people ask you. There are no limits for that, actually.
No.
How come?
It come actually first time when I was 29, when I really get mental sick. I feel I wasn't in this world. I couldn't be in my body. I couldn't be in my brain. I was so afraid to get really mental craziness. And so for me, it was important not to stay inside me, but tell people I feel so bad. How can I think that? How can my body react like that? What is anxious? I can't breathe. My sweat coming out. My heart pumped like this. I was dizzy. I mean, my ear was. I couldn't be no places. When I walk into a store, I feel I was falling. When I look to people, they in my brain, I was thinking they laugh of me. They talk about me. It was so difficult to be in life at this time. But I find out the more I spoke to people, I heard people say, oh, I know that, Dennis. I've been in this period of my life. I have anxious. It's go over. You can have help. So it gave me a little hope, a little light to come back to life. And at this point, I was sitting with a mental doctor. It was a psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist?
Yeah, psychiatrist. And he's told me, because I was so afraid after a while I've been there, because I think I must be schizophrenic, I must be paranoid, I must be a psychopath, you know what, I feel so bad. And then he asked me, Danny, can I ask you a question? I said, yes, you can. Can you see on my hair if I have thick or thin hair? And I laughed to him. I said, yeah, of course I can see that, because I'm a hairdresser, so of course I can see if you have thick and thin hair. And then he said, that's fine. Because you know what, Dennis, I've been a doctor on a mental hospital for 10 years. And I can see in you if you are schizophrenic or if you are like this. No, you're not that, Dennis. What you have anxiety and a depression. And that's very tough to have, but there's a way out of it. He opened a book for me, and I could see the schedule, how it can went with the depression if you got your help. So I appreciate that, and that's given me a little hope to come back to life and say, yes, okay, this is just a period of my hopefully long life.
And I really love and appreciate what you're saying here, Dennis, and I believe that, first of all, that's a fact. There are a lot of people with a lot of pain. Medicine, alcohol, drugs wouldn't be like a big problem if people didn't have the pain. But there's something in this that I hope and trust will inspire other people, and that is actually to share it instead of hiding it. Mm-hmm. And like I mentioned and I did do a video about this, my dad was an alcoholic, and I read your dad was too. I did hide that for more than 40 years. I was so full of guilt and shame, and I didn't want to share it to anyone. No. Firstly, now I begin to share these things, and it's kind of freedom sharing it. Is that what you're feeling too?
It is, yeah. And I feel, man, we all are human people, and we all are coming from the same planet. And to go far way back, actually, we get the same mother and father. Everything comes to there. So why not share with brother and sister in the world? And say, we child of God, so we have something together.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very important message. And I mean, if like a person like you or someone who's known can do it, even though it takes some courage, I believe, for most people, but then hopefully that could be an inspiration for the other people. Like you're saying, we're all human beings. We all got a heart here, right? So cool, and thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for sharing that. So, what is the big thing happening in your life now, Dennis? What's
the biggest thing?
The biggest thing is that, I mean, you got Lucas and you're inviting people here. Is something else happening, or?
Yeah, a lot of things happen. My new product line is coming out of the new year, and that's going to be amazing, and see the way that will works. And I have to put Lucas into a kindergarten, not kindergarten, for smaller child, what's that called?
I don't even know.
You know what I mean?
Vuggestue in Danish.
Vuggestue,
yeah.
I don't know in American. But we're going to put him there in the beginning of the new year. And I have a very big movie coming up in the spring where I work with a Danish director called Bille August. Actually, he won a big Oscar for one of his movies.
Yeah.
Palle Rovan.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to do a big movie for him in the spring, and that's going to be amazing to be back of that kind of work. And of course, Lucas is going to be with me on work because it's going to be so long day. But then I'll hopefully I have a nanny, or actually I have my mother. She's going to spend a lot of time with me in this period where we're going to film. So Lucas will be in very good hands when his dad is on set.
And actually, you told me that right now you're bringing Lucas to everything. So he's part of your life, as you said. So it's not like there's nanny taking care of him. It's Dennis and Lucas, right?
Exactly. We are together 24 hours, and I mean, a lot of people, they was nervous. How can you handle that? You're growing up man. Can you take care of a little child yourself? And of course I was scared in the beginning. I was like, fuck, there's no way. And I was talking about with Lucas.
Being with him all the time, and people saying that you couldn't do it.
Yeah, take care of him. And I mean, it was, of course I was afraid, but when Lucas is here, it's made so normal. It's so, that's the way it should be. That's the way it is. And I'm so happy to be by myself with him, because some days, of course, it's tough. I was waking up like 3 or 4 or maybe 5 times at night. It's not only Lucas waking up, because I'm at this age of a man, and when you're growing up, man, you have to pee once or twice or 3 times at night.
You do that?
Twice. You don't do that?
No,
You're
no.
not that old.
I don't do that.
Maybe it's coming one day. How old are you?
I'm 9 years younger than you.
Oh, you will see it's coming. Hopefully.
Maybe. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, but you know what? That's the way life is. So I'm used to not to have 8 hours straight ahead. So that's the way it is.
But I actually think this is kind of an inspiration too for people, and you know, what do you think about Dennis? There's so much, people are so stressed. They have this career thing going. They want to earn more money, but we also know there's a lot of children growing up, which, like you and I, we had our stuff in the beginning of life, but they have stressed parents. They don't see their parents. The parents are off all the time doing work and getting more money and all of this. What do you think about that?
Yeah, but I can understand the parents. They have to be, if they're young parents, they have to build up the career. They have to work a lot. They have to be online, home at work, do stuff. So of course it's going to take time from the child. And it's a little bit sad, because what you put into your child, it's what's coming out of your child. So the more time you spend together with your child, the more safe and care you give it to the child, the stronger and better the child hopefully is going to come out. And I decided, because I'm a growing up man, I don't need to build up the same career. Bevist, hvad hedder det?
Proven?
Proving enough what I'm good enough. I don't need to going so much bigger. It's fine where I am. I would love to grow into the world, and if you like my products, of course I'm gonna come to your country.
And we'll put a description.
Yes, but I will have Lucas with me, of course.
Yeah.
But to be a young person, to run so fast, to be online all the time, Instagram, Facebook, look at me, I'm fine, you know, stories and that. Oh, shut up, calm down. I mean, it's a little bit sad it's growing this way, because people have lost themselves. We manipulate with photo, with Instagram, with Facebook, and put all the best stories into it, and it's not the way life is all the time. So it's a little bit sad. People should close down a little bit from this kind of stuff.
That's a great point too, and we're sitting here, and the cleaning man is coming in. So this is live, right? But when you were younger, Dennis, I mean, you've been on the front papers. Actually, you were on the front paper today too, I think. And I'm sorry about that.
Was I?
You were on the front paper of a magazine today.
Okay, with my friend Henriette.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that.
I'm sorry about that.
No, but it's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad. She's passed away yesterday.
She was only
57 years
57
old.
Years
beautiful
old.
woman. So
yeah.
So it's so sad. Yeah.
And that was just a sideways one. Okay.
So sad.
Anyway, what I was asking, when you were younger, because you've been a lot on the front page and with the right people, the famous people and all of that, but were you like thinking about how you look at that time, or were you just like running and chasing your dream?
When I was younger, I ran so fast. I mean, I have so many ideas, so many create. I wasn't afraid not to do everything. And when I was very young, I decided, if we only are once in life, I will try everything. I have to be here once, and I have to love and live life. When I say I have to try everything, it's not I need to be crazy of my life. I don't need to do a lot of drugs and try all that shit. No, but I want to try to see the world, meet people, work with that, doing stuff like it's good for me and my life. So I'm so happy I see so many corners of this beautiful world.
World, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not finished yet.
And actually, there was a fun story. I was talking with a friend of mine, and he's like you. He just want to try everything. And he said, even last summer, he's like 45. He said, I smoke cigarettes. I said, why do you smoke cigarettes? He He said, I just want to try it before I die.
That's a good option, but if you only try cigarette once, it's fine. But to smoke a lot, it's not healthy.
Yeah,
I've been a big smoker when I was younger. I smoked since I was maybe 14 until I was 29 or 30 or something. So I smoked for many, many years. I mean, it's over.
It's over, yeah. So, I got one question for you that's pretty deep here, and that came to me right now as your friend has passed away. What do you think about death and life?
I've been death scare my whole life. I've been so afraid to die. And it's been, since I was a little child, I was in my bed, I was counting years. 1 year, I have like 98 years left or 95 years left before I'm gonna die if I should turn into 100. And I was in life scare, and you know what, when I saw, it's kind of, when you get mental breakdown, it's got a lot of this things of life of that. And I was so afraid to die, and I was so afraid to live. So I was thinking, I cannot even handle to live in this life like the way I feel now. So I want to kill myself. But I couldn't kill myself because I was such afraid to die. And actually I died, it was the real reason I was so mental breakdown, because I couldn't find the meaning of life if I one day should die. So why live? It's me crazy, but when you get into all that thinking about life, universe, what's going on, how big it is, it's a wild thing. But the older I get, the more I become faithful and peaceful with, and we all should die one day. But that's not mean it's gonna be forever. Because in my spirit, I have so many things where I can tell stories. There's more between there and there. There's so much life in universe we don't know anything about. And of course I think life is much bigger than just right now. And when my friend, she's passed away yesterday, Henriette, beautiful woman, she was one of the person that brought in meditation to Denmark from India. And she's had such a good spirit about life stories and how big and huge the life energy, the life spirit is. Of course there's not a person, God, but there's something that's so huge. And when you pray for the angel, you talk to the angel, they're gonna help you. And I know my little son Lucas, he's come from the angel, and he's a little angel in his life. And he's here on this earth to tell me that nothing to be afraid for. Life is bigger than you choose. And just live it now, be happy to be nice to other people. But it's not over, because if life was over after maybe 80, 90, 100 years, it was like that split in a long time distance. So much more going on after this life on this earth. And could you imagine if we never should say goodbye on this earth? We should do the same work for millions of thousands a year, put hair and makeup in people's faces. I mean, could you imagine you work, you have to do the same of millions of days if there was no death? It's time to stop it up and see a new beginning, growing up another place in this work, or maybe out there and out there and out there. Because if you go up there, when is the end? If you just go straight up, when is the end? I don't think there's no end. We go in energy, and energy flowing in and out of human and people. So that's my new spirit, and when I turn into that spirit, it's taken a lot of the afraidness of my own death now, because we are together in one big universe.
Thank you, Dennis. That was actually a deep one, because I got goosebumps. So maybe you also felt it there. There was something very powerful in this one. So a question about what you're saying then is this some, you said you're talking about spirituality and things like this. Is this some new part of your life or?
Actually, I always been a part of my life. I mean, I when I was very young, I was with stone and crystal and healing stuff like that. But because I also was afraid it could be a mental things, people could manipulate your brain to do something. And but for many years, it's been a part of my life. But I use it more in a simple way. I'm not every day going and try to be awareness. But I say thank you to the angel. Every time I'm looking for a car spot to put my car in, I say pray to the angel, and of course I get a car spot. It's so simple.
I tried outside your apartment, it didn't work.
You didn't pray hard enough.
Yeah, actually there was one down there, but I didn't dare to go all the way with the car, so I could have taken that.
Okay, I see. No more coming in. Hello?
I can work inside here.
No, not now. What do you want?
The class is
No, not now.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Same guy.
Yeah.
We finished in 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
So
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's inside here or it's the small glass outside?
No, outside in class outside.
Yeah, but that would be too much noise for you. So can you wait 5 minutes?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I'll figure out. Is it okay with keeping this in the?
Yeah, you can even
Cool.
move it, but that's like.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But
right.
it's also so good. He's a cleaning man. He's proud what he's doing. I'm happy he's in my life because he's helping me. And for him, it's not important we're sitting in a TV interview here. I mean, he don't give a shit. He's gonna clean the window because I tell him to do my window. Of course, he wants to do that.
Yeah,
fine,
and
he's
he looks
coming.
proud of his doing his job. Actually,
proud of it.
He seems like a good guy.
He is. I'm happy.
It's so cool. So yeah, the thing that I wanted to just touch on a little bit here is the thing with life and death. As I understand, you said you were afraid of you didn't like living. You were afraid of living, but you were more afraid of dying. So you, for many years, that's the maybe even hell you were living in.
It could be, yeah, kind of it, because there was so much
Anxiety.
anxiety to be in life because I was afraid of dying. So it's like,
So, and what I also took from that is that actually realizing that we all gonna die at a point, so we're gonna get the most out of our life while we're here and enjoy it and serve people with whatever we love doing, and at a point it's gonna be over. But then we don't know, something else is happening. That's what you believe, right? Yeah, cool. And there was one thing that I loved. I spoke with your mother and you just before going in here. We spoke about Lucas, and you said, or she said, this thing about pure love. You remember that? Pure love. Can for you, what is it to be with Lucas? What is pure love? When you think about that, feel that right now. What is it to you?
yeah, but
Pure
but
love.
pure love, it's Lucas. He's so young. He has not all shit in his mind. He's so clean. He's just come from the universe. He's just come from the angel, and he has not all of shit stuff in her brain. So for him, it's just like love and smile and be happy. And of course, he cannot speak now, so of course he's tried to doing with what he's doing when he have something to tell. But he can smile like that and see his clear face, his clear eyes, his big smile and happiness in his face. It's pure love, and he's my love.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. And like you say, he hasn't been damaged yet with all the stuff going on, all the things coming into us. And you didn't even know about this, but there's a lot of the things that I'm doing right now that's also spirituality, so it's pretty cool. And I see we don't have more batteries now even. So Dennis, I'll put the links to the description, make sure it's the right things. And I just really, it's been awesome being with you. And
Thank you. I'm glad you come here.
Yeah, me too. It's really cool, and I'm so happy that you're sharing from here. I feel some of it very much, and I hope you feel it too.
I do.
And
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, you too,
Very
Dennis.
happy. And all of you, thank you for listening to us. So thank you.
Well, I'll make sure to put in the links, and also please subscribe to the channel. There will be a link to that too. So awesome! Thanks for being here, Dennis, and let the universe unfold.
Grow with
Right?
us. Thank you.
Namaste. That wasn't prepared either. Cool.